Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into some fundamental concepts in Python that are absolutely crucial for any aspiring programmer: data types, string slicing, and string concatenation. Understanding these will lay a solid foundation for you on your coding journey. So let's get started. Basic data types. So there are majorly five types of basic data types. First one are integers. Think of these as the whole numbers, positive or negative, without any decimal point. Well, we can write as this will print 8, and we can also print the type of A. So here A is assigned the value 8. When we print A, we get 8, and then type of A confirms that it is an integer. Simple, right? Now we will jump to floating point numbers. Now we will print B and then print type of B. Sorry. In this case, B is 2.3. Python recognizes the decimal and assigns it to float type, as you can see. Next is complex numbers. We will assign a value to C, 1 plus 3j. We will print C and we will print type of C. Here C is 1 plus 3j, as we can see. The type function correctly identifies it as complex number. Now we will jump right to Boolean. Now for Booleans, these are super important for logic and control flow in your programs. A Boolean can only have two or more values. Have one or two values, true or false. They are often the result of comparison operations. For example, A is equal to true. We can print A, and we can also print type of A. And next we can print B as false, print B, and print type of B. Now we will give them some conditions. As you can see, assigning true or false directly makes a variable a boolean. Also, we can compare these as 7 and 3. For example, we can give A is equal to 7 if 7 is smaller than 3. Then print A, print also type of A. If B is equal to 7 is greater than 3, we will print B and print type of B. As we can see, if when we printed A, it gave us true because we assigned true value to A. And class, it's all of them class is Boolean because we have already told them it is true or false. So 7 is less than 3, then it should tell us that it is false, and it is telling us that it is false. 7 is not smaller than 3. And when we printed B as 7 is greater than 3, then it gave us output as true because it is true. Now we will talk about strings. Finally, we have strings. Strings are sequences of characters like text. You define them by enclosing the text in either single quotes or double quotes. For example, if I want to print something in string, we can machine learning. You can also do this with single quotes. We can also assign some name to it. And we can print this my string, and also can check the type of it. Both single we forgot to put a parenthesis. As you can see, when we used both two quotes, it also printed us. When we used one quote, it again printed the output. When we assigned a name to a string value, it also printed. And when we printed the type, it gave us output as string. Now we will talk about type conversion. Sometimes you will need to convert data from one type to another. Python makes this quite straightforward. We can convert any type to any type. For example, let's say you have integer and you need it to be a float. For example, if we have integer x, say 10, we can check that x and print. If we print type of x, then we can see that it is a integer, int. But we can also float it. For example, if I say y is equal to float and convert x to float, now I can print y and also print type of y. Now you will be able to see that it converted the integer value 10 to a float by adding a decimal, and its class also has changed from integer to float. Now we will convert from float to integer. Let's say we have a 7.8. We will print a and also print type of a. You will get that it is a float. It is a floating point number. But we can convert this as well by making it an integer. Now we will print b and also print type of b. you will be able to see that it has removed the decimal and after whatever there was, and it has converted its class from float to integer. Notice how 7.0 has become 7 when converted to integer using int x. Simply the point and whatever there is after the point is dropped. Now there are some string operations in Python. Strings are extremely versatile, and Python offers some wonderful ways to manipulate them. Let's look at two key operations, slicing and concatenations. First, we will talk about slicing. String slicing allows you to extract a portion of a string. It's like taking a slice of a cake. You specify a start index and end index, which is exclusive, meaning the character at its index is not included, and an optional step. For example, if I type my string and give it a string as programming, I can print from index 1 to 5. You will see that it will print only ROGR because P is on 0th position and R is on 1st, and it will exclude the 5th 1, 2, 3, 4. So ROGR is being printed. For programming, my string 1 to 5 gives us ROGR because it starts at index 1 and goes up to, but not including index number 5. Now we will talk about concatenation. Lastly, string concatenation is simply joining two or more strings together. You use the operator for this. For example, if I give word 1 as machine and word 2 as learning, we can print word 1 plus word 2. It will print us machine learning, but you can see there is no space. If you want to give space, then you need to add a space between those two, and now there will be a space between both of them, and there you have machine learning. And that wraps up our quick dive into Python's basic data types, string slicing and concatenation. Mastering these concepts is fundamental to writing effective Python code. Practice them, experiment with different values, and you will be well on your way to becoming a Python pro. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more Python tutorials, and let me know in the comments what other topics you would like me to cover. Thanks for watching, and happy coding.